Good afternoon. It's currently 1500. We're going to move on with this Warno brief. Do a quick roll call. First squad leader, second squad leader, third squad leader, weapons squad leader, and PSG. Thanks for being here on time. Grab out your pen, paper, ranger handbook, and maps, and hold all your questions until the end. Time zone is Romeo, and task organization is for our second platoon to include our medic and our FO. So, situation: over the past 96 hours, the ZS separatists suffer substantial losses due to our previous missions held here. Good job, everyone. However, the Danovian army has now supplied them with reinforcements, and they are now renewing their offensive against Task Force Merrill. So, current area of interest includes this entire map here, north being that way. And it encompasses Camp Frank Mural and the surrounding Chattahoochee National Forest area. Our area of operations has been boxed in here. Northern boundary being Muldoon Creek, western being Etowah River, southern being Camp Frank Mural itself, and eastern being by that Hogback Mountain. So, enemy forces, as you can see, have been labeled here. Their mission and intent still the same: to allow for that annexation of Zabzamek and preserve the legitimate government of Zenobia and their point of view. So they still operate within this area. They want to destroy our recon elements by TVD Road. They want to prevent us from being able to resupply, and they want to defeat our counterattacks. They still are traveling within soft-skin, tan military vehicles similar to our own. They have access to mortars and artillery defense, and currently we believe they have 2 mounted squads operating in Horse Gap Junction here. And they can operating at around 90% of their full capability. So their most recent activities is, once again, those 2 mounted elements moving from west to east. And we also believe that they have another squad by Cooper Gap, and that they are also establishing OPs by our Papillion HLZ and Connor Mountain, which are these 2 located right here. Their most probable course of action is to break contact quickly when we engage them, and then call for fire. And they also have the capability of having reinforcements come in. Their most deadly course of action that we believe is that they will consolidate their squads and operate as a platoon-sized element as you're greater in numbers, and have indirect and direct fire to inflict further casualties upon ourselves. And I'd like to once again stress that their reinforcements are located here. The 2 observation posts are here. They are also currently occupying by Menson Ranch, and that they have artillery capability located here. So for our friendly forces, battalion mission is that Task Force Merrill is going to destroy the enemies located within Aotearoa no later than 09/2000 February 2020 in order to prevent the ZS from conducting and coordinating attacks on Camp Frank Mural. And our company, Alpha Company, mission is to conduct an area ambush to destroy the enemy troops and convoys along that TVD road no later than 09/16/30 February 2020 in order to prevent ZS forces from conducting a coordinated attack on Camp Frank Mural. So, missions adjacent to us: Bravo Company will be located here, a little bit to our east by that Hogback Mountain. Charlie Company is by HLZ Frying Pan. We have our recon element down here at Gulf Delta 625345. And 1st Platoon is operating very close in our vicinity They will also be conducting an ambush on Objective Cougar, which is in Gulf Delta 664-388. Our attachments are once again our medic and our FO. Detachments are none, and fire support is possible. So, our mission as 2nd Platoon is to conduct an ambush to destroy the enemy on Objective Bobcat in the vicinity of Gulf Delta 655-388, no later than 09-1800 February 2020, in order to prevent enemies from massing on the company decisive operation. I say again, 2nd Platoon's mission is to conduct an ambush to destroy the enemy on Objective Bobcat in vicinity of Gulf Delta 655-388, no later than 09-1800 February 2020, in order to prevent enemy from moving on the company decisive operation. So, for execution, decisive to this mission is the destruction of the 2 enemy vehicles that we have seen moving. It's decisive because it will prevent the enemy from being able to fire upon Camp Frank Mural, and it will also allow our friendly forces the freedom of maneuver for their missions as well. Once we complete our objective here, we're going to move out to a new patrol base, which is located on the map right here, and that will be Gulf Delta 628-398, and we're doing that no later than 10/01/30 February 2020. So this mission will be in 4 phases. Phase 1 is going to be moving from our current PB to our new ORP. Phase 2 is conducting a recon and setting into our ambush positions. Phase 3 will be conducting actions on objective for Bobcat, and to prepare to move out to then clear and ensure that the observation post that is on Connor Mountain is no longer being used, and then from there we will now return to our new patrol base and call up for hire for the mission to be completed. So tasks of subordinate units is that, once again, we are conducting our ambush on Objective Bobcat and clearing the area of Connor Mountain. We are establishing that patrol base, maintaining communication with 1st Platoon throughout the entire movement, since they are so close and our missions are dependent upon each other, and that we're coordinating with CP along the way. Coordinating instruction is to report all PIR immediately to the company command post. That PIR includes compositions of ZS mounted and dismounted patrols, presence of HTVs, their location cache sites, drug trafficking routes, and any sort of intelligence, maps, number and type of rounds found, SOI or operation plans that we might be able to get our hands on. We want to know more about their capability and their uniform, if they have NVGs, and if they have 88 assets for sure. So when it comes to coming into contact with the enemy, we use deadly force. It's authorized. We always self-defend. It's never denied. Maybe attack them night and or day. For actions on enemy contact, engage and destroy, and we send all spot reports up to command immediately. We're going to be sending salute reports. To avoid ourselves being captured, we're going to send 5-point contingency plans, leaving from any known point to whoever remains behind. And all our leaders, myself, PSG, squad leaders, and even your team leaders, make sure that they maintain accountability on personnel and equipment at all times. So our priority of rehearsals is going to be making sure we understand actions on objective, react to contact, knowing how to occupy that patrol base, and then ensuring that we know how to properly cross an LDA, as we are making a very large movement, and all of this will make the mission successful. So, and should one of us be captured, we immediately report that to hire. We move to our last known point and establish and reinforce, and then we go from there, and the mission then will change. So sustainment for logistics, a resupply is possible. We call them in all no later than 0300 daily in the form of a Lima report. The load preparation, delivery method, and location will be given by the company commander. All our equipment, should repairs be needed, we have to do in field expedient manner until we are able to move back to our patrol base and work with the command post better. For our supply, class 1, 5 MREs per soldier. 3 are going to be for a future supply. We're deploying with 6 quarts of water, so make sure everyone has that. Class 5, it's going to be a basic load per every soldier. And for class 9, once again, that resupply is going to be a call in the form of a Lima report. And transportation, everything from into the AO is going to be by foot. And then for our Army Health System support, medvacs are available. We're using the company command net. Ground and air medvacs will be available, and that location will be given later on. And we're going to be coordinating for ambulance exchange points at HLZs for extractions and for command and signal. The location of the battalion commander is going to be back at Camp Frank Mural on our southern border. The company commander is going to be moving with the mortar section behind the decisive operation. And myself will be with assault, and the PSG is going to be with support. And the succession of command is as follows: PL, PSG, weapon squad leader, and then 1st through 3rd. So for control, once again, will be the PSG at the ORP. Myself, I will be on the recon. The SNO team will be occupied by the security squad leader, and we're going to maintain control with that through our radios for signal. Once again, we're giving that salute report upon the enemy immediately, especially when PIR is being collected. That our resupply request, we're going to do a radio check every hour unless actively engaged by the enemy. And our method communications will be as follows: priority, visual signs, messengers, and then within 10-second maximum transmission time is the goal. And that's contingent upon the situation. Obviously, once again, if we're engaging with the enemy, communication will be a little bit slow as far as communicating back to command. So at this time, are there any questions? No? Cool. We're going to conduct a little back brief with the key leaders, making sure that they understand those very crucial points of the mission. And the PSG is going to guide the rest of the squad leaders for the rest of the timeline of the daily activities that they're supposed to do, and return for the Frago tomorrow at 0900 February 9th.